Welcome back to the sideboard one last time here at the Star City Games Modern Open in Knoxville. Brought to you by Ultimate Guard and SCGKNOX Chairs. I'm Nick Miller alongside three-time Open champion Aaron Barich. Congratulations. We did the deck tech. Now you get to cap it off with another interview, this one with a trophy. In a world of Urza, the one Yawgmoth deck in day 2 takes down the title.
They say the winner writes history. We're rewriting Magic. Yawgmoth defeated Urza all those years ago. And, I think the world's a better place for it.
We're all relieved on the coverage team. I think everyone at home also pretty happy to not have to watch Urza there in the finals with the very predictable Green Devotion Yawgmoth matchup. A lot of intricacies there. I never thought I'd see Young Wolf take down a Modern Open, but...
Modern is a format where you see the weirdest cards just end up winning. People just play some of the most unplayable cards because they work with whatever broken card gets printed at some point. Yawgmoth is Young Wolf.
Take us through some of these matches this weekend, because this deck is on the same level of the Urza decks in terms of just actions and things you can do and these decisions, and you caught tons of opponents in situations where they messed up or killed themselves. How did you manage to play this deck, and how many of these wins were you getting from people just not understanding what was going on?
It was a good amount. It happened in the finals, or not in the finals, but in the top 8 in games 1, because my opponents make mistakes, and there's so much going on because Yawgmoth is a card that just creates so many actions. I play a Yawgmoth, suddenly I have 6 cards in my hand, I have a bunch of creatures in play, and I have the option to kill my opponent's stuff. And they have to think about all of those things. And I have cards like Court of Calling, so if it's their turn, they have to be afraid of that. And I just have so many plays going on that people can forget simple things because they're afraid. It's kind of like the Infect thing. People are afraid, so they make mistakes, except Infect is kind of predictable, where people don't really know what's going on with Yawgmoth. I won a ton of games because Yawgmoth had protection from humans, and I could block humans and people didn't know that, or they forgot I could proliferate, or they didn't understand how the combo worked, so they would Oko and Elk the wrong creature. They would hit my Mana Dork instead of my Undying creature because they would think it would come back through the Elk or whatever, and none of those things were true. So I certainly won some games and maybe some matches through people not understanding exactly how my deck functioned, and that's one of the big strengths to playing an unknown deck in Modern.
Yep.
There's not a lot of those, so when you get the opportunity, it's worth a lot.
Right, you leveraged it incredibly this weekend, just knowing what's going on. Your opponents, if they miss one thing, they're dead, and it happened many times, and you just got to punish people, and not just average players.
Yep.
Some of the best players in the room missed a lot of things, and you were able to find the spots and punish them for it.
Yeah, just small things, little micro decisions costing 1 life in different places. They change matches, and I missed a lot of 1 points this weekend. I did it on camera against Corey the first time we played, and I nearly lost the game because I didn't attack once. I think that's really cool, and I'm happy that Modern's kind of like that. I hope it gets to continue to be like that.
Right.
I hope that Oko maybe doesn't make our continue. That card's still really good against me. Maybe the Urza deck's not, but that card's good. And that card's good against Infect, whatever. I want it gone. So if I can do it, I think someone said a winner should get to ban her. On ban a card, I'm going to ban Oko. That's my pick, right?
Right, that has been championed. I don't know if, they follow that, right? But last game there to win the title, you guys were both mulliganing.
Yep.
And then you found a hand that wasn't super explosive, but it got the job done.
It did. Phyrexian your Evoker being able to turn off a Mana Dork was a huge deal. You end up keeping a land-light hand that was relying on a bird. Evoker kind of got to be Terminate, and I got to play Yawgmoth on 4, and the games where you are at parity and you put Yawgmoth into play, the game was often over. You win. You draw so many cards, you kill all their things, and it's pretty easy at that point.
Right, and one thing that's missing from this format right now is a ton of removal. Your deck has this robust combo and this, wimpy aggro beatdown B plan, but you also just can kill a bunch of creatures.
Yeah, I don't play a lot of removal either, but Yawgmoth itself, once you get into play, is like drawing like 5 kill spells. You're able to bounce your things, kill all of your opponent's small cards, which are generally the ones that matter in Modern. A lot of the things with bigger toughness are just things that attack. Things you're looking to kill are the Emrys and the Mana Dorks and the combo piece creatures, and so Yawgmoth kills what is important, even if it doesn't kill Tarmogoyfs or Death Shadows.
It's rare a new deck takes down a modern event. Where do you see the deck going? Are there changes? Are people going to be ready for this deck now? Obviously we don't know what's going to happen with the ban list or anything like that, but how do you see it going?
Right, and that's one of the things. I believe this deck is not a broken modern deck. The tools that are there to fight it are very good. Grafdigger's Cage in particular, that card is so good against my deck. My combo requires the graveyard. My deck is playing 8 tutors that get creatures out of my deck. But that's not a card that's really popular because the graveyard decks in general aren't very popular. There's some dredges and some the Vengevine decks, but they're not really at the top tables, and people aren't paying enough respect to those. And even though they're not playing a lot of graveyard hate and stuff like that, they're not making it there. I expect going into the future that whatever graveyard hate people are playing, it might turn into cages to help fight stuff like this. And I think the deck will be still very powerful, might need some changes, might need to put a little more interaction in the sideboard so you're less likely to lose to some of the new hate people will be bringing. You also maybe need to make some different decisions. Maybe you can't be as all in on the combo like I am. I'm playing all 8 tutors. I didn't play all 8 tutors until the last second. I figured I might as well just be the best combo deck I can be. One of the most chances to find Yawgmoth. If the format becomes more prepared, maybe a little more robust. A couple more good tutor targets to fight some of the hate people are going to bring. A couple more options in your deck at the cost of speed. It's generally the way modern decks go, right? They kill people once and then people are prepared.
People are ready.
Then they have to build up their own wall ready to fight the hate. So I think that'll be true for Yawgmoth too.
All right, well, last year you took down Open. This year you took down the Open. Pretty good run.
Can't complain.
Got a nice spot on the leaderboard now. What are your closing thoughts and shout outs here for the champion?
Yeah, I do want to thank Tom Ross for putting me on the deck to begin with. We teamed in Columbus, and he kind of, before the event, said, Aaron, can you try this deck? I'm winning a lot with it. And it was great. Obviously, people weren't prepared for it, getting a lot of free wins. So Tom did put me on the deck. I want to thank him for that. I want to thank my wonderful girlfriends and everything. They're always so supportive. I've gotten to stream a lot, play a lot of Magic. I stream this deck for just like hours and hours, days on days. So if anyone wants to watch more coverage, play of the deck, you can follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RuneClubBarich. There's so many VODs of me playing the deck in the past couple weeks. So you can watch me learn every step of the way where I mess stuff up and learn the new interactions and try and tune the list. And I think it was a delight learning the deck, and I'm so excited it paid off.
Can't be much better than a trophy.
Can't.
Congratulations, Aaron.
Thank you.
Gonna send it back to Craig and Brian here to close us out.
Welcome back to the booth here.